PCCs seem to have an ebb and flow cycle. There's a bunch of releases and then the market just kind of dries up. One company that seems to kind of ignore these cycles is Springfield. Them and their good friends at HS Produkt just really do their own thing. Then, at some point, they'll look up from their coloring book and drop something like this. I'm Chris with Jerry'sOutdoorSports.com, and this is the Kuna. If you like content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. Then head over to Jerry'sOutdoorSports.com for all of your Freedom Seed needs and get entered in our giveaways, like this Stag Pursuit in 308. Also, follow us on X and Facebook for our product launches, industry news, sales events by us, and memes that'll eventually get me banned. There was a time long ago when a variation of the AR-15 or M4 formulas weren't the only solution to every problem, and firearms had a personality. When the best SWAT teams and special forces reached for legendary submachine guns like the MP5, the Uzi, and the Samoy. But then carbines took over for every use for military, police, and civilian. No, I'm not saying the AR-15 is bad. I love them, and there's a reason it's the most popular rifle in the US. But submachine guns and PCCs are just a vibe. The Kuna is a creation of the famous Croatian company HS Produkt, who have brought us systems like the VHS and the HS 2000, which are known by their Springfield importation names as the Hellion and XD respectively. Unsurprisingly, a lot of lessons have gone into the Kuna. Chiefly among them would be the commitment to ambidextrous controls. The bolts, lock and release, magazine release, and safety selector are all ambidextrous without need of modification, and the charging handle is easily swappable from one side to the other. One of the things I like the most about this safety selector is it's not trying to kill the top of your hand like the safety selector on the Scorpion does. I wouldn't really mind if the controls were a tad bit larger, but I'm sure the aftermarket will oblige me in achieving that. The monolithic upper receiver has a full length of Picatinny for all of your optics and accessories, as well as integrated iron sights that are both a peep sight and a U-notch rear with a blade up front. There's a couple of slots of M-lock up front for accessories as long as you're mindful about the limited real estate up there. In the back you do have a single QD socket on each side, but no matching one up front, so you're kind of married to either a terrible single point sling or using some of your precious M-lock space up front for a sling mount. The back plate has another length of Picatinny, so you can mount whatever stock or brace you want on there and adjust its height so that you can easily acquire your optics. The optional Strike Industries brace is adequate. Doesn't provide a lot of lateral support, so I noticed the Kuna wanted to slop side to side as I shot. The safety selector is excellent. When I go from safe to semi, it's not hammering the top of my finger like some others, and ready ups were really easy to achieve with it. I shot the Kuna completely suppressed through all of my shooting because I didn't really want to screw with a borrowed gun setup. The trigger could use some work on it. It comes up to a fairly firm wall, but it just creeps through it, and somewhere through that trigger pull, it finally rolls into the trigger braking, and then resets a little ponderously just like it broke. I wouldn't mind if it had a little bit firmer wall, still braking at the same weight though. I ran tons of ammo through the Kuna. Everything from subsonics to hollow points to cheap range ammo, and it refused to choke. It was as reliable as a Congress member's stock trades. Just worked out every time. The magazines are proprietary, which I'm really annoyed at, as magazine availability actually held up this review. And why we need another ecosystem of magazines is beyond me. I'm sure HS Produkt has a reason for this, but it's a stupid reason. But the mags are easy to load and have metal feed lips and aren't eye-wateringly expensive, so that is nice. Insertions, they're a little bit tight on, so you do want to be aggressive of it. And sometimes they drop free, but not as readily as I would like, so you better get ready to kind of work on some stripping motions as you reload. It's rare that I'm surprised by how much I actually like something, and the Kuna did just that. Shooting and even just holding it made me realize how convenient everything on the Kuna was. A lot of PCCs come with a lot of caveats like battery of arms and such, but I just felt at ease with the Kuna. I've used a PCC for home defense for a long time because, well, I'm already deaf, and corking off a 5.56 in my hallway or entryway has about as much appeal as having Shaq as my proctologist. And I would be seriously looking at a Kuna as a replacement for that home defense rifle had I not just given Springfield a bunch of money for a VHS. We're in another period of PCCs rising, as braces make them viable and suppressor availability reaches its highest points ever. And I have a feeling that the Kuna has a shot at being the king. The old king is aging and really only relevant for pop culture reasons. The Sig MPX had a chance at dethroning that king, but at the equivalent cost of an MP5, Sig missed the boat on that one. But at the price point with all the features that the Kuna is coming in at, well, it has a real shot at the throne. Anyway, I'm Chris with Jury'sOutdoorSports.com, and I'll see you next time.